Is it on? Yeah, okay, now it's on. So thanks, Rick. That's fascinating. We worked together, but it's very helpful to hear sort of the history and sort of your perspective and how it changed over time. And maybe I'll just start out just by reacting, to some of the things that you're describing, which is really, I mean, you can see there's a tremendous effort in drug development and oncology. I mean, the amount of research dollars that go into the area sound like they must be phenomenal, with what 40% of the drugs that we approve being oncology drugs. And at least as I think about this, and I'm sure this is the way you all do too, is the drug development industry is essentially built on this foundation of you start out with basic biology and understanding what's going on with the biology of the disease or the condition that you're trying to treat, and then that helps you to identify new targets. And as you identify new targets, then the effort can then move into patients and move into clinical trials, and you can get new leads. So my impression is that there's really a lot of great things going on in Rick's area, a lot of good things that they've been able to do, and I think that's wonderful. And the TB area, I look at it as almost sort of a microcosm of what's going on in oncology. I think there's a lot of really good work going on in the TB area. If you look where we were 5 or 10 years ago, I mean, things have really advanced. The tools that are available now, the tools that are being developed, the rational approaches to drug development, it's all wonderful. And I think that's great, but it's on a much smaller scale. The number of leads that are out there being tested, much smaller. The overall research effort, much less than what we see in oncology. And so I look at it almost as we should be grateful for all of the work that we're able to do with the very sort of limited amount of resources that are available within the area, and that folks are really trying to maximize what can be done in the area. Maybe just a couple of comments. Rick was describing the number of drugs approved in the oncology area over the last several years, and so our last new molecular entity in the U.S. Bedaquiline, and that was good. And we are able to make use of some of the some of what we know about the biology of TB disease, being able to use early endpoints such as sputum culture conversion under an accelerated approval for patients who have particular unmet need when a new therapy comes along. So I think that we're obviously trying to do the best we can, and I think there's a lot of very dedicated folks who've demonstrated true leadership in the field and helped advance what's going on in TB drug development, including, and I see Jan back there, and I remember the award yesterday. All the folks, and particularly Jan, who've been able to push the development of new regimens, so that we're not making small steps, but we're able to make some really big steps forward and really change the treatment paradigm for TB. So a lot of good work, and as we go through the dialogue here, I think there'll be more to learn and more to exchange about things that may apply. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty well with the very limited resources that we do have in this area. Credit to all of you all who have been pushing on this, and that's great.